Bakugo and Ruby look alike. Alright, so this is another comment that I do get a lot. We've already kind of discussed in the previous video how and why these comments kind of come about. So watch that for a breakdown. Ultimately, it just stem from one of the series being way more popular than the other. But there's something different that I can highlight about this comparison versus the others. First off, you mean to tell me that the loud, brash, overconfident character is similar to the other loud, brash, overconfident character? As if loud, brash, overconfident characters aren't very common in media, period, but especially with anime. Even more if you throw in spiky hair. Do you know how many there are? Do you? Do you? Do you, sir? Because there's a lot. And I mean a lot. One series didn't invent it. It done been there. Which begs the question, if there was a lot of it, why do it? One, because I want to, but two, it's less about doing it and more about how you've done it. It's more about the execution. It's more about what you're bringing to the table that's different from the others. There are going to be a couple similarities, sure. Hell, in some cases, they are influenced by this character type. We've talked about originality and getting influence and inspiration from others. Like, it happens all the time. Nothing is 100% original and nothing is 0% original. So it's up to me as a creator to show you guys, hopefully with time, that Ruby is vastly different from characters like that, even though there's certain aspects of the character that do fit that type. But again, there are many of them. Are they all the same? Of course not. And this is aside from the fact that those kind of characters tend to be really popular for a host of reasons. But it isn't just about that. Sometimes this spiky, loud, brash, overconfident character is the main, or they're a rival to the main character. Sometimes they might even be a villain. Some series can even have multiple. There's certain things creators will do to have their little twist on it and have it be a standout. And this is just one of the many common character tropey type things that you would find, especially in Japanese animation. Y'all can leave in the comments some of your favorite, let's say, character tropes. There was a time where almost every series I saw had at least one chick with a chest that was just crazy. Or another overconfident character, but rather than being loud and brash, they were a little bit more reserved and cool, usually wore blue, falling black hair. Or you have your wacky, crazy character, or one character that you think, oh, they suck, but shocker, they are OP as hell. You'd be surprised how many characters I've seen in media who wear a long red trench coat. So y'all leave in the comments some of your favorite character tropes, or just generally things that you commonly find in a lot of Japanese animation, or just media in general, video games, just pack it all together. What are the things that you guys notice a lot? Obviously the similarities are in the spiky hair and them being a rival to the main character, being an ally to the main character as well, and you know, the loud and brash energies and all of that.
Deku! Are you eating? Stop eating or you'll regret it!
Those are clearly similar, and so I understand the comparison. Again, these comparisons do not piss me off. I just think they're honestly fun to talk about. It's another excuse for me to talk about a series that I like in My Hero Academia. If I was influenced by My Hero Academia in any way, I wouldn't be ashamed of it. A lot of series have influenced me putting together my work. It's just in this case, again, it's another scenario where I want to set the record straight that while I am influenced by My Hero Academia, it's usually not in the way you think. It's definitely not, oh, I did a spiky-haired character because of Bakugo. And characters like that have existed since the beginning of time. And then also, I've been posting Apple Black for years, since 2010 online, and then since 2013 on this channel, and I have timestamps to prove it. Even the little knee pad, that's a coincidence. That's a coincidence. This is a video from years ago, before My Hero Academia was a thing, versus now. Like, I was posting Apple Black online when Horikoshi Kohei, the creator of My Hero Academia, was actually working on a different series called Barrage that later got canceled. And then I think he did other series as well before he even did My Hero Academia. So my series is older. Now it doesn't have as much content for obvious reasons. I started putting the comic together while I was in college. I didn't have enough funding or assistance to help me put out enough content. And then I was also making YouTube videos. There's a host of reasons that I want to get into. Now, there are other things about My Hero Academia that influence my work today. I do like how the series is structured. Do like the fight scenes and that shonen energy. I do like how the characters interact with one another, the students. Like, there's a lot to like, and I think there's a lot that has influenced me, whether it be subconsciously or consciously. But Bakugo is not one of them. And the only reason people use Bakugo as an example is because, again, My Hero Academia is the trendy, hip series now. Back in the day, I'm sure if I searched, there would have been a couple other Naruto comparisons or Ichigo comparison or even a Renji. These comments, again, stem from one, Series B, in this case Bakugo, being part of what's hip right now, what's trendy, more respected, more trusted, things that I do not yet possess, which is fine and understandable. I don't expect to come into this space and all of a sudden be respected like one of the greats. Some of the major differences that I can point out is like Bakugo, he's like top tier in the series. He's like really strong. He can back up what he's saying for the most part. Whereas my character, not so much. But one of the points of this video is just to prove without a doubt that my character came before Bakugo. So it's impossible for it to be influenced by a Bakugo. You have a stronger argument for, say, a Naruto or someone like that that came before my series, but definitely not a Bakugo. Characters like this exist, period. They've always existed. It's just up to the creator to set them apart. Now, hopefully, when people read my series, I earn some kind of trust and respect and popularity to kind of build my own thing. And then when somebody else does another angry, spiky haired character, they'll be like, yeah, that looks like Ruby, even though it probably isn't inspired or influenced at all. But that's just the way the internet works, guys. It doesn't piss me off. It's actually pretty normal at this point. And I'm sure at some point I've been guilty of it, maybe. I mean, what are the odds that we both have like the knee pad thing? That one, you know, that's when I was like, okay, I should probably make this video before somebody sees this and says, hey, it's just a Bakugo ripoff. It is nice to put a video out like this to just kind of put an end to that narrative just in case. I mean, even like corporate people who don't know have made little comments here and there. It's like, oh, this is like My Hero Academia's blah, 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 blah. And that has caused issues where we've had to clarify certain things. Videos like these, timestamps, help clear things up. Is this video going to change much? No, I think it's pretty normal. And I'm sure I'll get the comments less and less if I put the hard work in. Everybody checks out the series. You give me some time to show you how different Ruby is from others. And hopefully just enjoy the series as a whole. That's the most important thing. There's always going to be characters that look alike. Hopefully in time, if you give my series a chance, or for those who've, shout out to you, already purchased my books or pre-ordered them, time will tell. And I always love to hear back from you guys. But for now, Ruby is not influenced by Bakugo. But I do recognize the similarities and why the comment exists. But execution is key. For the 2.5 people that made it to the end of this video, I thank you. Don't forget to like, Holy Ghost, smash the subscribe button and hit the bell so you stay notified each time I upload absolutely anything. Turn on all notifications. Links to everything you could possibly need. My books, how to draw books, social media, everything you could possibly need will be in the description below. Check out other videos. I have a lot of fun art drawing tutorials, art commentary stuff, how to draw manga and anime type stuff. Please enjoy. It's White Manga, and I'm Audi 9000. Ruby kind of reminds me of Bakugo. Ryuzaki is so much like Bakugo. He needs to be voiced by Clifford Chapman. Seriously. I love how you didn't make the dude with the reed hair like Bakugo, but he's still that angry side character.